We're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast. I'm your co-host, Danny Gallardo.
I am Ricky Liardi, and
See, at least you should try and sound like me. At least get close.
That's what you sound like in my brain.
And Danny, who do we have on this week?
We had Olivia Lunny on the podcast. Second time returning pal. First episode with me on the episode, and she is an absolute sweetheart and absolutely killing it. It's insane to see her growth from her first podcast with us and kind of see what she's doing now. She just released a new album, Velvet and Denim, which we kind of dived into, and her tour that she did out with Ellie Goulding, and her tour with Justin Timberlake coming up.
And Governor's Ball.
And Governor Ball. Like she did so much.
She's like and we always say this, and we said this on the podcast later, it's so cool to see when people come on at like the beginning of their careers and then watching them evolve. And like, obviously we've kind of stayed social media friends, but then to have her back on and to hear some of these stories in person, it's remarkable. It reminds us why we love doing this.
And she's left Toronto. She's in LA now too, which is like insane. She's like done so much absolute growth in like the past 2.5 years. She's
living her best life, truly.
Yeah. And you can truly like see that from like how she speaks, how she holds herself. You could never tell like how young she is, but she's just absolutely killing it, and we just can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, and she just released her new album, Velvet and Denim, so go check that out. Stream that wherever you stream your music. Take a listen to this. If you enjoy this, share this with your friends. Share this on social media. Give us a follow. Give Olivia a follow. And Danny, what do we freaking say?
Let's fucking go.
Hey, Olivia, well, welcome back. This is actually crazy. Like, again, just saying October of 2022.
So crazy. So much has happened for everyone. You have a book right here?
Well, never mind. Fuck the book. Fuck the book. I feel like you've done a lot more exciting stuff than we have. So, okay, we'll start this off with an easy one. What's been the most exciting thing you've done since coming on the pod last time?
One thing, I would say go on tour with Ellie Goulding in Europe.
Okay, because I was hoping, like, sometimes I ask rhetorical questions, but like last episode, I asked the question that I thought I was going to get the answer I wanted, and I didn't, but it was a better answer. This time, it's the exact answer I was thinking.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Crazy. It was my first, like, I've obviously toured and played in Nobody a lot, but this was like my first time playing to a lot of people. What is that, 2023 I did that, I believe. And it was amazing. We did 30 shows, and it was just crazy. Went all over Europe, 17 countries, and it was so fun.
Which one was your favorite?
I think Amsterdam. Okay. Yeah, it was my very first time. Europe is amazing, but I think Amsterdam, Paris, obviously London. We went to Estonia, Lithuania. So cool. It was amazing.
What was the best crowd?
Randomly Warsaw, Poland.
Wow.
So
really?
high. So crazy, so amazing. I have a weird niche in Warsaw, Poland.
Shout out Poland.
Shout out Poland. But yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, so like when you get that phone call saying, "Hey, you're going on tour with Ellie Goulding," like again, Ellie Goulding is huge.
Legend,
huge.
Yeah, of course.
What's it like? What's going through your mind? I guess your manager or someone on your team calls you, "Hey, you're going to be going on tour, 30 shows all across Europe with Ellie Goulding."
Yeah. Honestly, I had 3 weeks notice, so it was an absolute whirlwind and felt very surreal, and felt confused. But we just I put a band together, and it kind of just forced me to get everything, like all my ducks in a row, which now, like, since then it's been like quite a whirlwind, but because of that initial get everything together, I've been able to play so many shows. But yeah, it's very stressful, but it ended up just being absolutely incredible.
Do you think it would have been as incredible if you had more time to prep, or do you think I don't want to say rushing, but putting it together in such a short period of time, do you think that made it more memorable? Or?
I think the whirlwind just added to the whole experience of it all. Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Imagine you get a call, you're going on tour with, I don't know, Andrea
We would
Bocelli.
never get that call.
Yeah, you would freak out. You'd be like, I can't do it.
Does Bocelli tour?
No, not really. That's just
amazing.
Danielle's favorite person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
One of your
incredible.
favorite artists.
That's iconic.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, what was the biggest lesson you had from touring? Was such a big artist too.
Oh my goodness, I learned so much. I feel like in retrospect, learning how to take care of myself as I drink my electrolyte drink today.
I love that.
It was just so chaotic, and you're running on pure adrenaline. Some days you're you know, unintentionally, you're like not eating or not doing this or not like sleeping, and it's just like I feel like touring is a sport to me now, and sometimes I'm like I'm bad at being a quote unquote like rock star lifestyle, because I just love like my meditation and my 8 hours of sleep and like my sleep mask. So I'm really trying to find the balance of like, let's send it, but also let's have fun and enjoy and like have a sustainable tour, you know what I mean?
I feel like it'd be so funny to see like you know, like Ashton Hall's like morning routine. It's like your morning routine on tour versus not on tour.
Yeah,
I feel like they'd be very different.
Very, very different. But I will say I do have my like grounding factors, or even like electrolytes or like meditating, whatever. It's just very condensed, and like sometimes it doesn't look, obviously you have less time. I don't have like 2-3 hours in the morning in LA when the sun's coming up. It's like lobby calls in 5 minutes and like you're half asleep and you're like trying to figure it out. But we make do with what we have.
That's crazy to think. Like,
yeah.
What do you think is like the most thing? Oh, sorry. What do you think is the thing that you did that grounded you the most?
Honestly, that I just don't even think I was grounded that whole tour, but I was present, but I was just, I don't even know where I was flying in the clouds, different countries. It was overwhelming, and it was like the first experience for that. But now going into even this tour, I leave to London tomorrow, and I was at Govball 3 days ago playing. I feel like I'm just, I don't know, I get the swing of things. I know what to expect, and yeah, it's just a whirlwind little
That's
life.
kind of exciting. Like Govball too is it's probably the biggest festival in New York, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Coachella of the East Coast,
Yeah.
I guess, if you could compare the two, which was so cool. It was like my first major US festival, and there were people there, and people cared, and my album came out 2 days before. No, it was just cool. Like, I'm from Winnipeg. Like, I just started writing songs in my bedroom, and now that people, you know, slowly know my music and just are actually showing up for me, it's just cool.
When was the last time you were home?
2 months ago, actually. I was renewing my passport, so I extended my trip, and honestly, I feel like I enjoy it so much more now, and I appreciate it, because for so long I just wanted to get the heck out and, you know, chase my dreams, move to Toronto and LA, and now I go back, I'm like, this is so beautiful, it's so calm, it's so zen, I love suburbia.
So I feel like it's because you don't live there anymore. If you live there, you'd be like, fuck this place.
Yeah, I think so too. Are you guys from Toronto?
Yes.
Okay, so
I live here and I'm like, fuck this place. Not anymore. This summer's gonna be the best summer ever. I'm manifesting that.
Yeah, no bad energy. No, it's funny. It's like the duality of life a little bit, which, I mean, I got that tattooed on my hand after the Ellie tour, because that's just life, up, down, around and around.
Yeah, this is true. We asked this to one of the musicians on recently, and you know, when you say like, people are on stage, you don't actually see people's faces. You're looking into the crowd and you notice that there's people there. When you're performing, it's like with such a big crowd in front of you, do you actually notice people's faces or not?
Depends on the situation. I feel like when it's outside and it's summertime and it's bright, obviously there's like very clear faces and people standing right there. But in theaters and sometimes, yeah, it's like all, and sometimes there's like a barricade and it's far. At that point, it's just like you see the light and you don't really see tons of people. It just depends on the show.
Do you prefer it or no?
It's different. I'm like getting used to it. I haven't really done tons of festivals with people. Again, I've emphasized like I've been performing for a long time, but like now like crowds and fans, that's all like starting to
know the songs,
exactly, which
back,
is so different than just playing to no one. It's like you get that mutual energy exchange now, you know.
Danielle, if you were a singer, what would you want?
What do you mean?
Like, would you want to be able to see
so vague. It's
faces?
like, what do you want?
Like, what do I want?
Would you want to be able to see people's faces or no?
Yeah.
So would I. I don't want to be locking eyes with someone as like
it's
scream
special,
singing
right?
my words back to me. Yeah, I feel like
or
that's
they'll
so
like
sick.
this one girl, she like had her friend on FaceTime and she did it like every show of the LA tour, and she came for my set, and that was so special. They just like hanging there in the front. I'm like, it's so cool.
That's gotta be so fun, like such
so
like a wholesome experience.
Yeah, it's really special.
What's been like a memorable experience, like an individual experience that you had, or like an individual moment that really stands out? Hey, do you have any embarrassing ones? Like you tripped over like the mic stand, or
yeah, I think I like hit my face or my tooth in Berlin like on the mic really hard. I was just like really going for it. Luckily my tooth didn't come out, but I've thought about that now. I'm like, I have to be careful. I have to like be into it but also not whack my face on the microphone.
Whack yourself in the
Even
face.
with this I'm like, hey, spatial awareness. But sorry, wait, what was the question?
Yeah, any like individual moments that stood out.
I would say that's such a hard question. I feel like that tour, I would say Govball stood out. I mean, that tour, I was taking everything in, and like all the shows kind of blended together a little bit because I was still thinking when I was performing, whereas now when I perform on stage, I just feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, probably Warsaw. Warsaw showed up.
Fuck Warsaw, yes.
Warsaw was lit.
So wait, why do you think that? I guess from the beginning to now, why do you think you feel it more than you perform it?
Because I've gotten the reps in, right? I think playing 30 shows in a row with a bunch of people, it's just like riding a bike, you know? And now it's like, even at Gov Ball, obviously, like I'm a bit nervous and stuff, and I just released an album, so I'm like doing totally new songs and a new set list, but I just feel way more comfortable, you know? And I'm like, there's moments that I don't necessarily like, I mean, I don't dance on stage, but like I move around, I don't choreograph. I'll be like, okay, for this minute, I'm just gonna vibe. But before I didn't have the tool to vibe. I was like, I was thinking about vibing.
You were thinking about vibing, but you didn't know how to vibe.
Which is not a vibe.
I think I'm vibing right now, and I'm just standing here.
And like, if you're thinking about it, chances are it's not that organic.
You know, it's like those TikToks you see where it's like what you think you look like vibing at a concert.
Yeah, versus what you actually look like.
Yeah, you get it.
100%.
That's fucking crazy. It's actually so funny to think like how far you've come since the first time I had you on the pod.
Kind of crazy. So much I mean, personal life too. Like I moved to LA. I was living in Toronto, I think, when I came on last time. So that's been a whole other thing that's going on in my life, you know, like making the move by myself. How do you like living in LA compared to Toronto? Different. Just different. LA's great. It's just very different, you know? The energy's different, the people are different. I love the weather. LA's amazing, but like in terms of community and my people, they're definitely elsewhere in the world. But
what do you mean by that though? Because like LA is, at least on this side of the world, it is the hub for arts and entertainment.
Yeah, right? and I think it's a beautiful place where so many people go with dreams and they're chasing something, and it's a beautiful collaborative place in my experience. Like you go out and you meet people and they just like, they want to get in the studio, they want to stay up late, they want to make art, they want to make shit happen, which is amazing, and that's obviously why I'm there too. But then when it comes to like I have lots of Saturday night friends. The Sunday morning friends are still my people from not LA. If that makes sense.
100% makes sense.
You know, like the go for coffee, or just like, hey, I'm in my sweats, let's just like hang out at home tonight. That's like I don't necessarily have that network of people in LA, but also you don't need 1,000 best friends, you know? My best friend's here right now, and we just meet up all over the world, so it's the best.
I love that. I feel like there's something about having the friends that are not the Saturday night friends. Like everyone loves a good Saturday night friend, and we've all had them. And the older you get,
and some are both, you know, like the ride or dies who are just like the people who are forever in your circle. Like that is amazing. Yeah. But
the older you get, I feel like you get less Saturday night friends and more Sunday morning friends. Like the older you get, well, you have less friends in general the older you get, just because of time. But
especially like moving cities, right? It's like everyone, and like I'm at the age at 26 now, and like being from Winnipeg.
Little baby.
I feel like I'm getting older. I don't know.
Wait, I don't know. 34. My fucking knees hurt every day.
Age isn't. You need the electrolytes.
I know. So I'm drinking my beer.
Yeah, the age is. I don't know. It's yeah.
I feel like I understand completely what you get. Like I always joke around with my best friend about this. It's like, who can I like call over and it's not a chore?
Yeah. And who can I just show up authentically for?
Yeah.
Who can I just not like have to be on for? You know? I don't know.
If someone to lay on the bed and like stare at the ceiling and not have to talk.
I think comfortable silence is such a true testament to like a genuine friendship or connection. Or even if I meet someone and we're able to just like organically kind of chill, I'm like, I like you. You're cool.
What do you do when you turn off?
I do a lot when I turn off. Sorry. I've been on this like very intense healing journey, I would say, in like.
Please tell me you've done like ayahuasca or something.
No.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, God, I was not expecting this conversation today.
Taking a turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoa.
No, it's like the opposite of that. Actually, I just like cut out alcohol in my life. I just had a bunch of health stuff going on with like autoimmune disease, and I was like, okay, I'm not feeling good, and it's also like affecting my mental health. And I had, was in a kind of a weird relationship and hanging out with people in LA who were nice, but also just like the Saturday night vibes, a bit caught up in that. So I just like had this whole revolution while writing an album, which is why I think the album ended up being, it's like pretty intense, but it's like, I think it's really good, and I'm really proud of it because there's just so much shit going on in my life. But yeah, healing in terms of like my heart, but also like my body as well, and just like learning to take care of myself and just like eat super clean. And I cut out alcohol, and I love meditation, I love breath work, I take my sleep so incredibly seriously. I'm like got the earplugs in, got the mask.
I picture like, you earplugs, mask, mouth tape, nose strip, like the whole nine.
Not quite the shedding on TikTok when people have like 18 layers. Like I'm not that excessive, but it's I don't know, I feel like I've become a version of myself that I definitely wasn't a year ago, and it's just been like a really beautiful progression. So it's
What would you tell that version of you a year ago now?
Just like keep going and go through it. Don't suppress. Don't avoid. The only way out is through, and by doing that, you I don't know, you get like this lightness and this peace that comes from it, you know? And it's like so easy. Let's say you like go through a breakup, or I don't know, you just like aren't feeling great, to just go out and party, or to just chase something, or live distracted, or always have your friends around. But by actually just sitting with the uncomfortable shit and being like, I hate this, but like I'm gonna be in it, it passes, and then you're like, okay, I'm good. Another step on the ladder. I'm healthy, and yeah, I don't know.
There's something so special about like learning to be like truly content with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're like, when you've finished all those battles that nobody else saw, and then you're just sitting there and you're so comfortable being alone.
It's powerful.
It's arguably one of the best things, or like even not even being alone, just enjoying your own company.
Absolutely.
So I think there is a difference between being alone and enjoying your own company. Like
it's funny. I always say I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. But to get there, I had to be lonely.
Fucking
you know?
right. Yeah. Yes.
And I just like, aloneness is such a beautiful thing. And when you can just sit and enjoy your company, and like I've fully let go of FOMO, and it's the coolest thing ever. Like people be out or invite me out, and obviously like I also have fun. I do sometimes. I'm not like a total prude over here in LA. I just like sit at home by myself.
I just picture you at home on a Saturday night at midnight just journaling.
Yeah. It's like kind of true. I have friends and I do fun stuff.
I swear I do, please.
No, I would say, to bring this back to your question, what do you do to turn off? It's like I turn on in a different way. It's like I turn off a certain part of my life, and then I like activate just like being chill and like try not to think too much and try not to do too much. Just like,
well, which side do you like better? The on or the off?
I think the beautiful dance of life is 50-50.
Fucking right. Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
you got to do both, you know? You got to have fun, you got to go out, but then you got to also just like chill the fuck out, be by yourself, hydrate, sleep well, so that you can go out again, you know? It's just like, I've also done the whole perpetual like bender, not even just partying, like travel this and tour, and it's just like, that's so amazing, but like matching the chaos of life a little bit sometimes just like makes me not present. And I feel like you can enjoy shit more when, you know, you're just like in a good state mentally and physically a little bit.
Do you know, what about you?
What?
Do you like the on or the off more?
I'm trying to figure that out right now, actually. I like this conversation. I just had this with my friend on the phone today, because she was just like, I feel like I need a week to reset my life, or just like and I'm like, I keep thinking, I'm like, yeah, I need that too, but is the week's probably too long. I don't actually need that much, but it's like kind of just like a couple days to kind of just refocus, because I just feel like I'm a bit chaotic right now, and I don't like when my life is chaotic.
That's fair.
I like when like I have like, it's planned organized, like planned chaos. That's what I meant. Like planned chaos is okay, but right now my brain's just going in 10 directions that like I just feel like I can't ground myself.
See, I think I'm the complete I think I like just 100% on.
Just like
my social battery, like
speed lightning. Don't slow down.
So I give the best example. So I've had 2 reset weekends in maybe the last like 6 months.
Yeah.
One of them I was traveling on. I was supposed to go to New York, and I just came back from like Miami or something. I had a crazy weekend. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cancel my New York trip. I'm just gonna stay in. I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna be wholesome. I'm gonna work out, cold plunge, go to bed early. And I came out of that weekend.
Like I'm ready to go.
No, I wasn't. I was just like, I don't feel any better. I feel like,
interesting.
you know, I feel like I kind of wasted this weekend because I was resting, because that's what I thought I needed to do. But I thrive
in the chaos.
In the chaos. Like, throw me in the fucking middle of the tornado and I will dance in that, and I will stay in the middle, and I won't get caught in the fucking outskirts. Like,
but I think you answered your own question. It's what you thought you needed, not what you actually needed. And I think that's where I'm also trying to like wrestle between like, what do I actually need, or what do I think I need?
Whereas I used to think that I needed to like be in the shitstorm tornado, even if it's a positive tornado.
Yeah.
But like, I realized that I actually like charge when I have the moments of like I need to be either like fully on or fully off. I think that's what I realized. And it's not like one's more than another. I'm either just like, I'm on, like the past week it's been like New York and Govball and Toronto, and we had 7 interviews yesterday, and today I was up at 6 and we've been doing interviews all day. Then I go to London and it's like touring and all summer and Justin Timberlake and all this crazy stuff. Now I'm on, but then I'm like, I'm looking forward to my off in July. Like that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So I'm shocked we haven't pivoted to Justin Timberlake yet, going when we were talking about the concert, because like we are both massive Justin Timberlake fans. Like
everybody is.
Of course. I mean, is anyone not?
Yeah.
I want to stay on this topic for a little bit more, because I feel like it's something that most people wouldn't know about you too. Like, what are your hobbies outside of like music. Like again, you turn off and we got this like wholesome, like relatively spiritual side of you that meditates and like, does wholesome shit. But like,
I'm
what else
a
do you
full
do for
Buddhist
fun?
monk, actually.
Yeah,
I
like
just
you're
don't
in
do
LA,
anything.
You're in LA. Let's say a fucking Wednesday night. What's a Wednesday night look
Wednesday
like?
night?
Like you probably don't go karaoke. Like
not
like
a big karaoke
you're
person.
going out with the girls. You're going bowling. You don't look like a bowler.
Do you bowl?
No, fucking look at me. I don't bowl.
I'm like, is that what people do for fun these days?
I don't know.
Like, I don't do that.
I'm going through all like the non-drinking activities that I would normally. Like, bowling's kind of.
No, but I love trying new restaurants. I love in LA.
foodie?
There's just like so many cool spots or things, or there's like matcha cafes that have like cool DJ sets, or like
matcha girly.
Okay.
I could see that.
Is there a negative connotation?
No.
attached to it?
I
Okay.
feel like you wake up on a Sunday morning, got like the cute aloe set on. You're like,
I feel like she would have loved that coffee chill party you went to.
have you been to any of those? Like,
No, I haven't, but I've seen them all over Instagram. I feel like
would you know? So in LA, there's one called coffee and
I know
cold
what
plunge.
you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't been to that. You posted that, right?
So yeah,
You
I
were
went
there.
to it. It's honestly like phenomenal. Like it's a good vibe. Like our kind of people's just
hanging out, living, loving,
Ironically,
laughing.
I did it after. I just had like a fucking crazy bender of a Saturday night. And I went there Sunday morning, and I'm like, I saw half the people I was out with the night before. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm in the right spot.
Of
like
course.
we're all here, we're all doing the same shit.
That is fun about LA, though. Sorry, not to avoid the question, but I would say I don't know. I love hiking. I love going to nature. I love I don't know, going to like Malibu or like going to the beach, hanging out, catching the sunset. I like cooking. I like I don't know. I just feel like my life.
What's the best dish you cook?
I wouldn't. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm not the best cook, but
Love cooking.
You don't have to be.
Grilled cheese is my favorite dish. No, I'm kidding.
No. I cook a protein. I'll cook a veggie and I'll cook a carb, and we'll like.
It's the most generic answer ever.
No, but like,
but whatever. She likes that.
no,
So why do you-
you're like digging.
Yeah, I'm like, what? We had steak, chicken,
like
everything.
like a maple Dijon salmon with
Okay, so
some
you can
fucking
cook.
rice, and it's not a Michelin star meal, but I just try to eat really clean when I'm at
That's
home.
fair.
I have fun. I swear to God, I have fun. But it's just I had
different
ice
type
cream
of fun.
last night.
No, it's a different type of fun, right? Like there's
And that's when I'm in LA, right? Like when I am at home and I am in LA, and just honestly too, because I have been on like quite the health journey with like, autoimmune disease and all this crazy stuff. I've like taken a pause a little bit on like the social element of my life and have just been like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like learn to cook more and just like kind of do more wholesome
Well, it's
shit.
also because what you said too, like when you're on, and when you're off, you need to be off because like you need that like mental and physical like break. Like touring has got to be so hard on the body and the mind actually, and the voice and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Like what's a typical day on tour look like?
Well, I'll even talk to you about the past, what is it, Wednesday? So I flew to New York on Thursday, did some interviews, did some press. Friday I had rehearsal. Saturday I had an off day, which I just laid in bed all day. Sunday was the show at Gov Ball. Then I had like 10 interviews after Gov Ball. Flew to Toronto Monday.
Like you're not getting good sleeps in a hotel too. Like you're like
I am, because I got the mask and I got the fucking.
I actually think hotel
right?
sleeps, like if you're at a decent hotel, like it's the best sleep ever.
Right, and the comfy bed. Like I don't know.
Great
I
it's
don't,
not your
pillow.
own bed, right? Like
there's nothing
I get
like
pretty good
it.
sleeps. I
Really?
get pretty good
Okay.
sleeps.
Maybe I'm the odd one out here.
And then I had an off night in Toronto, saw some friends, and then I had like a full day. I think we had like eight or 9 interviews, and that was yesterday. And then slept, and then was up at 6 today and did a
And
bunch
you're
of
just
interviews.
on all
and-
day too.
Yeah,
Being on is mentally tough.
yeah, it is.
And we're dragging here at 8 p.m.
No, but I will say in this environment, I feel authentic. Like I feel like we're chilling. This is nice.
We'll kind of know each other. You're a past
Yeah,
pal.
yeah, a
This
past
is
pal.
a past pal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like when you're like, one thing about us, and I like being the last of the day, and like we've had so many artists on press tours where they come in and they've got, they go to like Much Music or City
Of
TV,
course.
Breakfast Television. They do the standard ones, and then they come to us like, all right, what are we talking about? I don't know, what the fuck do you want to talk about today? Like,
I like it too, because even I like change out of my heels. I'm like, the sneakers are out, the jeans are on. Like I'm like,
you
I'm
didn't dress
chilling
up for
now.
us?
Sorry,
I'm kidding.
you're in gym clothes. It's okay. I was matching the energy. I was matching the energy.
There
of
we
the vibe.
go.
Okay.
I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I saw what you were in. I was
I
like,
know.
okay, let me match
Yeah.
this.
But you guys do a really good job of that. It's
No,
just
we
like
appreciate
creating a literal comfy environment where it's good vibes.
We literally we say this all the time. It's so cool, especially when we have like previous guests on, to
Mm-hmm.
see just, and like normally we do ask the same question, like, hey, since you last came on, like,
Yeah, what's
what
new?
the fuck? And I feel like you're like one of the best examples, because we got you when you were doing some cool stuff, but nowhere near like from what you've done since. Like going on
Yeah.
tour with Ellie Goulding's got to be sick, like Gov Ball, and then what you're doing kind of coming up is just fucking remarkable.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I also just think I was like a little baby bean who, like, I didn't even know who I was. People would ask me questions. I'm like, I don't even know how to answer this, right? Whereas now I'm like, I don't know, after 25, I'm like, I'm a woman. I know who I am. I know what I want to say. I'm like, I'm single. I'm happy. I'm like doing my thing. Thriving, you know?
Wait, how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh gosh, like currently,
or the current version of
and
you.
then I'm like, as an artist or as a human being, or is it all one?
Whatever you want.
I would say I'm pretty bubbly. I would say I'm thoughtful.
Okay, I like that.
And I would say I'm deep.
Wow, those are good ones.
Are 3 really good words.
Yeah.
And there's like so much depth to all 3 of those.
A little deep.
Yeah.
What about both of you?
I answered last time, Danielle. I don't think you answered.
Also, no repeats.
Last week. I don't know why. Lately, I've been asking this question a lot. Well, last time I asked it, what are 3 words your friends would describe you as? But your friends are here, so I don't want to ask that because it's too easy. Mm-hmm. So because you're like, oh, what would you say? All right. Yeah. Danielle, what would you say?
What would you see as my friend? Because they're gonna be completely opposite.
So like thoughtful, loving, caring, like that's a good one.
You gotta go deeper. Come on.
So I'd say thoughtful's a good one.
Yeah.
I'd say chaotic.
Yeah.
Thoughtful, chaotic, and passionate.
Okay, I'm so happy you didn't say dramatic.
Great.
Like
I would agree with all 3.
Chaotic, like the dramatics and the chaotic side.
Yeah, I agree with all 3.
Yeah.
Because I said last time I said like the whole organized chaos, which made me, I can't even remember my word.
I can't remember what you said last time either.
I don't know.
Okay, what would your friends describe you as?
Probably very similar.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Are you different around your Toronto friends or in your Winnipeg friends versus your LA friends, or do you try and stay consistent?
Honestly, like I have like one friend in Winnipeg. I kind of just grew apart from that whole chapter of my life because then I moved to Toronto and then it was COVID and then I, interesting enough, didn't really like grow my, I've kind of been a lone wolf on this journey in the past like 5 years of my life. I would say from like 20 to now, it's just kind of been me figuring my shit out, but I've grown so drastically and I'm actually really grateful for that. But I would say I'm kind of just me. And like, especially in the past year, I'm just like, it's so exhausting showing up not yourself. I'm just like, here I am.
It's so funny when people talk about like, oh, I'm not friends with people I grew up with anymore. And you see that like that meme or that TikTok where it's like, oh, your high school friends, like you changed. You're like, yeah, that's the point. Like we're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to chase our dreams and move to different cities and fucking thrive and do all the things we've always wanted to do as kids.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I feel like the people that don't grow with us are the people that get left behind at times, and there's nothing wrong with leaving people in certain chapters of your life, and certain people are meant to come to your life for that specific chapter, and because that's
a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I think
what's the saying?
My mom always says that it's like they come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna.
He's gonna start using that.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay, you're gonna see that on his next TikTok.
You're gonna see another TikTok about that.
No, but I actually had that realization. A friend of mine, and we were having a conversation. I was like, I don't believe my person is here in Toronto anymore. I was like, I don't know where they are.
Your person's not on this universe. I'm kidding.
Asshole.
So you're saying are you in a relationship?
No, okay. I'm single. So I was like,
I
just don't believe. No, I'm not. Anyways, and they're like, why? No, you're. By you saying that, you're kind of like putting yourself at like, what's the word? Like,
it's a detriment by saying
that? Yeah, it's a detriment by me saying that. I'm kind of putting myself back, or like I made like a joke. I'm like, oh yeah, my hinge is in New York or my hinge is here. Yeah. And they're like, no, you're being stupid. Like, why don't you just focus where you are? And I'm like, but I don't want to settle for something that I know I deserve more of. And like, they're like, but you're going to be, and I'm like, no, I'm okay with the kind of unknown and kind of looking beyond, and it just kind of made me like put like reality check.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I guess we're talking about dating in cities, and people are always like, LA's the worst, and New York's the worst, or Toronto's the worst, and I'm like, yes, certain places have a higher concentration of probably the worst people, yes, for sure, and ego and all that stuff. But I will say, and even in myself, I was like, I've been single for probably like 11 months. Like I haven't gone on a date. Like it's just literally been.
You're in your wholesome era.
In my wholesome era. But I will say in the past month or two, like walking into, the summer and stuff with a more open energy. I think I've been giving off more open energy, and it's wild what I've, what's kind of been coming into my life. So I think people also like, you attract what you're currently like radiating at. So if maybe you're like, oh, my person's not in Toronto, like maybe
but like my whole point of even that was just saying like my friend who I was talking to, I'm like, it almost felt like she was trying to hold me back.
Sorry, I got what you're saying.
In an air, I didn't even like try to tie it all around. I kind of got spun off into a tangent, but
yeah, no, I understand. I totally get it.
Do you believe in manifesting?
Heavily.
What are you currently manifesting?
A
I feel like I knew you would be into manifesting.
Actually, crazy. Call me whatever, hippy dippy. But before the Ellie Goulding tour happened, it was like 8 months before. That also wasn't even in the realm of possibility, to be honest. I didn't even have like the new management that led me to that, whatever. I wrote down very specifically, I do this thing called actualizing reality. So I'll write as though I'm living in the future.
You're not like literally. Okay. Nicolina talked about it last week.
Okay. So I wrote this thing. It was like, I wake up in London. There's like pink roses at my door. I'm opening for one of my like dream artists. It's October 22nd, 2023, blah, 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 blah. And went through the tour, whatever. And I looked back at that journal when I got home. And October like 21st in London was night one of the Ellie Goulding tour. And I have the paper, and I mic drop.
This.
That's like,
because like Nicolina said the same thing last week during her. She was like in high school and she wrote something similar, like
from her future
self. And then she went back and read it, and she like almost forgot she did it. And she's like, oh my God, this happened almost on those exact dates.
I saw the, it was like Diary of a CEO, this Jimmy Kimmel. And apparently in high school, he was voted the most likely to replace David Letterman on a late night show when he was like 16. And he replaced David Letterman on the late night show. And here's the thing. I think manifesting, it's not just saying something and sitting on the couch going, well, hopefully this happens. I think it is such a combination of like working your ass off, having a dream, having a goal, blah, blah, blah. But then also just being like, the universe works in such crazy, weird ways. And that didn't immediately happen,
We almost had the exact same conversation on last week's podcast, but the idea of trusting in the universe. Yeah, okay, you have to work on it. You can't just manifest and think it's going to happen. No, you got to manifest, work towards it. But one of the biggest things is when doors close, let them. And then when doors open, be ready to walk through them. And Nicolina, our previous guest, she's a singer as well. She said, we were like, what's one piece of advice you'd give to your own self? She's like, always be ready. When the door opens, be ready to walk through it. If the door closes, be ready to turn around and go in the other direction. Something along those lines, because it's fucking true. Like, think about it. You were ready because you were manifesting this. You were working towards this. You got the call. You put it together in 3 weeks and you went on fucking tour. If you weren't doing all those things in the background, none of that would have happened. Yeah. Like, people are going to think we're fucking hippies and heebie-jeebies with like saying the universe works in mysterious ways, but it fucking does. It truly does. And like, what's that book? Like The Secret that we all read when we were like fucking 16 or something? Of course. It's like, if you truly believe and you work towards it, like good things will happen. Yeah, maybe not exactly. It might not be exactly like what you just did.
That's a very specific example that was weirdly accurate. I'm like, that's crazy. But also like there's also things I've written down and then it's like full circle years and years later to some capacity they happen, but like way different than
so what are you currently writing down or manifesting?
Now
I'm curious, like, fuck, you're 1 for 1. You're like, that's a big 1 for 1.
No, I mean, I'll be real. I'll be cheesy and honest. I actually had a chat with my best friend the other day. She's like, write down what you want in your future partner. So I have done that exercise of what that looks like to me. Although I'm like,
I do it every day on TikTok. It's not cheesy. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's only cheesy.
How's it going?
It's not, but she's out there.
Okay.
She's like fighting with some shitty dude who's trying to split dinner with her right now. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us. Been there and it's okay.
We're chilling. Okay. So wait, what do you write down? Maybe not. Actually, if you want to talk about what you're writing down for the men, that'd be cool too. Or women. Doesn't matter.
Today's all about, I guess it's funny in the other podcast I did today. I'm like, I don't really talk about this stuff, but it's funny because in this new album that I have, it's like, it is pretty much just based on a true story, very specific, So I guess we can talk about that, but I don't know. I think I've graduated boys and I'm on to men. And like, fair. I think I'm also not necessarily like looking for a relationship at this point in time because I've realized that like I'm also very like I'm an independent woman,
I
you
don't
know?
need no
And
man.
like that can also scare people away, I've realized, but the wrong people away, you know? And it's like,
Very wise for your age.
yeah, thanks. But yeah, if someone wants to come into my life and add immense value, that's beautiful. That's amazing. That would be great. But I'm also good without that, you know? But definitely someone who just like, I think core values, I'm realizing are like the glue, because I've definitely been in relationships where those are not aligned and they go to shit, right? So it's like, okay, step one, agree on like
Core
fundamental
values.
core values.
But it's like what we said at the beginning, like being content with who you are and being like, what did we say? Not being you're just because you're alone doesn't mean you're lonely.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Be happy
It's a
with
lyric,
yourself.
man. Gotta write that
down.
into
There
the
you go.
song.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's true. Being happily alone is got to be one of the most freeing things ever. Like, you know how many times I wake up after like a crazy night out with a dead phone and
Yeah.
I'll look at it, I'll see it's dead, I won't even plug it in. I'm like, I'll deal with it in
No
an
one
hour.
to not
When you're in a
report
relationship
into,
sometimes, like,
but
sometimes
yeah.
like, oh fuck, it's
right.
I didn't get home till 3 a.m. I didn't charge my phone. It's fucking noon right now. Oh my
Yeah.
god, when I open that up, I'm getting fucking blasted.
Nope, not
Right
me.
now I'm like, my phone's dead. I'm like,
Phone's
it's a
dead.
Saturday. It's
Phone's
cool.
on DND, baby.
Yeah, I'm chilling too. It's like the greatest thing
Yeah.
ever. How much do you think your, well, like maybe this is a rhetorical question, but how much do you think your past relationship inspired your most recent album? Like, give us a percentage.
Here's the thing. I don't want to give the guy that much credit.
Oh, good.
You know?
Fuck him then.
Because,
Yeah.
but I will say, yeah, you know, those people did some things that inspired some very intimate, intense, honest, raw, edgy, gritty songs.
Wow, those are a lot of
How
very descriptive words here. I like that.
I'm like,
how deep in
The
it?
knife is in. Let's turn it.
yeah.
How deep in it were you when you were actually writing those songs?
Sorry.
Like, was it more of like an aftermath? Like,
No,
you had dealt with it?
here's the really wild part, and this is maybe also to tie back manifestation and stuff. I find notoriously I will write music, I will write songs, and I'll be in the heat of something, and then after the fact, I'm living what those songs are within like 5 months. So it's almost like you're accessing maybe like the deeper honest parts of you. I guess it's almost like journaling, right? Sometimes you'll journal and then you'll be like, oh, maybe I'm not feeling great, whatever. You're like still in the relationship and then you end up breaking up. But like I wrote like the title track Velvet and Denim, and it's just like about just like completely, it's like, wake up, dude, like, hello, I'm here, like, what are you doing? And then I don't know, I kind of ended up living that whole song very literally, and it was strange. I was like,
When you perform it, do you get those feelings again? Like, does it bring back feelings, or is it more of like you're putting on your performance mask and you're out there just performing? Or do you relive the feelings and the situation?
It's interesting you ask that. I feel like I work with this really wonderful movement coach named Danny, and
he gives you the vibes, right? The vibe movement?
She's great. It's okay. But when we kind of got to that song, I had this like block with it, and I was like, I'm thinking too much. Like I was thinking about the vibe again. You know, I wasn't just vibing. And then I think it's because I'm not in that place of absolute heartbreak, desperation, brain fog fuckery. So it's like figuring out how to channel that so you like believe it, but then also be like, I'm healed, I'm good. I don't actually need to go there every night when I perform it. And I think actors talk about that a lot too, right? Because it's like you have to be able to like switch on those feelings to access that emotion, but also be like, I'm good. Otherwise it's heavy, you know? It's like I don't want to feel like that heavy every single night when I sing it. You know what I mean?
100%. We use Post Malone as like the best example. Like when he sings I Fall Apart, like I fucking feel things in my
You
bone.
fall apart.
Like when I see him like on the floor, I'm like, yo, how does his body even fucking move? Like,
Yeah.
it's either he's just like in the moment, or he's got to be one. Like that's just one of the best performances of a single song ever. Because you like, I literally want to cry when I see him perform. I'm like,
I love
feel his-
Post Malone. Like
I
dream
think-
collaboration forever. Like love him to death.
Did you say? Would you have said that last time we asked you? Because we would have asked that question. Who's your dream artist?
I
to
may
collab
have
with?
said Post Malone.
Fuck, I didn't make it.
Maybe.
I was listening to it earlier today. I don't think I made it that far though.
Yeah.
So we usually ask it at the end.
Yeah.
Did we ask you the question about who would play you in a movie about your life? Yeah,
I
we
don't-
definitely did. You were one of the first 100 episodes. We used to ask it to like,
Yeah, I don't remember who I said at all.
Okay, so
Okay,
who
so who now? Who do you think?
Hmm.
Could be
Who's,
anyone. Doesn't have to look like you.
Oh, I was like-
anyone dead or alive too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, do they have to be a redhead? Because that narrows me down to like
No,
a very
no.
specific.
I got one who I think would be good for you. I can't tell you that until you answer. If you say this would be crazy.
I don't know. Oh, what's her name? She was just in Youngblood's new music video. Oh my goodness, Florence Hugh.
Oh.
You know Florence Hugh. You'd recognize her.
From
Youngblood's new music video.
Sorry, she's so beyond that. She, I think, is literally like an Academy Award winner.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
She just happened to be in
she was
Youngblood.
in Don't Worry Darling with Harry Styles.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
She
movie.
was in
I'll Google it after.
Yeah.
Do you know who I thought
Actually, that would be
great
perfect.
for you?
Yeah.
I don't know if she would sing, but again, this doesn't matter. Do you know the girl from that movie where it's like, I'll never tell, and she just passed away like 5 years ago? Really good actress.
No.
Brittany Snow.
No.
Nah, I have no clue.
She's from that movie that's
Brittany
Murphy.
Kate.
Oh,
Brittany
okay.
Murphy.
I was close.
I
I
think
was
she would kill it for
thinking that
you.
same
Oh,
person.
cool.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
She would kill it for you. Dan, who's yours answer again? It's been forever
I
since I
change it
asked.
around all the time.
Who's it today?
Right now, Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, Reese
Oh,
is
that
good.
works.
Yeah, Reese is great.
I actually
for you.
met Reese Witherspoon super briefly
Really?
at a red carpet. She's such a tiny human being. She was
Oh my
lovely,
God, I'm
but she's
so
just like
jealous.
this teeny little like Polly Pocket.
Wait, sorry, I don't remember the answer you gave. What are you currently manifesting right now? Like, what's currently being written out?
Okay.
So
She spun that. We had a whole other conversation.
Maybe
Nikki.
you're pivoting here, but I want to. Now I'm fucking curious.
I'm like the art of press training. No, I'm kidding. I feel like it's interesting. I think life for me is like always come in seasons a little bit, and I think I'm currently living some manifestations out a little bit. Like my album just came out like a week ago, and I'm opening for Justin Timberlake, and I'm doing like interviews and have this packed schedule, and some really cool people have reached out on social media and they really fuck with the album, and it's just really cool. So I'm like in that season of living those manifestations. Obviously you can always like reach further, but it's like after this season I think I'll probably like go home, recharge, and then like think about the next chapter a little bit. But manifesting just like global superstardom, is that
No, but I know exactly what you mean. Like, there's something so special about knowing you're in like a special moment in your life.
Yeah.
Like when you know you're in that moment that you've prayed for and you dreamed more for and you like worked your ass to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And like being in that, and like maybe it's not even about success, but it's just personal happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've all been at stages where like I know there are moments in my life where I've been able to like compartmentalize that like this is happening and this is one of the best days of my life, or this is one of the best moments of my life, months, weeks, years. Like it's fucking awesome.
It's cool.
And it's like I know exactly what you mean. Like you're not even really manifesting the future right now because
I'm just present. I'm hyper present,
literally
actually.
just living your manifestation right now.
And like trying to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
think
something so
so.
special about that.
It is special, and I think it just comes down to being present. Because if you're always like in the pursuit of like more, it's like good luck ever getting there because you're not going to be
100%.
happy. You know?
100%. Okay, let's switch on. Let's switch and talk about the album a little bit. Obviously, you know it came out recently. What do you want people to experience when they listen to it? What feelings do you want them to have?
Ooh, I want them to be taken on a journey. I feel like with this album, I approached it so differently than I've ever written anything before because I was so intentional about what I wanted to say. And I just like really have a strong feeling of my artistry now and who I am, and like had this whole vision. I just wanted to make an era, you know, and I've never really done that before. And I like did my own creative direction, and it's like from what I wear, other than today in the hoodie, you got me on the
We're matching,
day. Sorry.
Vibes. We're matching vibes.
But in the context of the album, it's like what I wear on stage to what I post on social media to the, you know, photography or the house we shot at. It's like this whole kind of era a little bit of Velvet and Denim, which is the album. And I wrote that title down. I wrote this like really shit song when I was 18 years old called Velvet and Denim. But when I revisited all like my unlabeled voice notes for this album, I found the words Velvet and Denim. And I was just like really drawn to that. And that kind of became this umbrella for this whole era. And when I went into the studio, instead of just like sitting there and like seeing what the vibe was that day, I went with this brief of like, I want to create this world called Velvet and Denim. The velvet is like,
I was gonna ask you what came first, like
Yeah.
the album or like
the chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
The velvet or the denim. Sorry, what came first? So the title track came first, and then I went to the studio and we rewrote Velvet and Denim with that title. And once we had that song written, it really just like painted the scene and the chorus in that song. It's like you're on the couch, I'm in the kitchen, you're getting stoned, and then I'm wishing that you're gonna wake up and know what you're missing. And that's kind of the whole album, right? And it's like beyond a relationship too. My life has been the duality of like Winnipeg, LA, stage, hotel room by yourself. all that stuff. So there's Velvet. The first side is Velvet. I actually just got the vinyl. Oh, I should have brought you guys one. But side A is Velvet, and then side B is Denim. And Velvet is like, it's fun, it's like sexy, it's you know, soft and pretty. And then Denim is like a bit more grunge, and there's some more like gritty songs with like intense lyrics. And I think that's just me in a nutshell a little bit. I feel like I am Velvet and Denim, you know, like I like being feminine, but then I also just like, I don't know, love like diving into being grungy and beyond aesthetically. I just think like life is Velvet and Denim. Like life is up, life is down, life is around, life is ebb, life is flow. And it's like
the peaks and the valleys.
The peaks and the valleys, baby. So yeah, I hope people can just like relate to that and just like enjoy and be present with where they are in their life. Because like when you are in Velvet, you're going to be in a chapter of Denim, and when you're in Denim, you're inevitably going to be in a chapter of Velvet.
When people finish the album and they've completed this journey, what do you want them to feel?
I just want them to feel like heard and seen. Some of my favorite albums and songs make me just feel understood, not like a crazy person for experiencing what I'm experiencing in life, you know? And I think being 26 and navigating life and moving from a small town to LA, it's like, yeah, LA is beautiful and great, but also I have a track called like City of Angels, and it's like I found the devil in the City of Angels, and it's like observing the craziness of like Hollywood. It's pretty, but then it's dark and it's just like chaotic. And I don't know, I hope people can just feel and like observe my perspective. I don't know if I can wish them to feel a certain way. It's like up to them how they want to feel, but I hope they can just appreciate the art of it all, because I really poured a lot into it.
Well, that's the beauty of music too. Like one person can listen to a song and feel one way, and another person can listen to it and feel
it's all interpretation, right? Which is so crazy.
Well, even like one thing I was going to ask you too is this album, is it more of like one of the ones where you listen to the lyrics and that's how you feel, or is it more just the whole vibe of it? Because I do find some albums I listen to the words, I can sing them back, but I don't actually listen to the words.
Yeah.
And then there's other albums where like I'm listening, like I feel like I'm reading the song instead of listening to the vibe, right?
I think this is definitely a lyric heavy, story heavy, character heavy album. But there definitely are like lots of different vibes on the album too. There's like a few like more dancier songs, and there's a few like more country twang leading songs or grungy guitar. And it's like, I had a lot of fun just not like putting confines around like you have to make pop music. I'm like, what is pop music? You know?
Like we always talk like top 40. What is top 40 now? Like that's like a genre,
but
what is top 40?
It's just what it's popular music. It's whatever people resonate with.
And it's anything nowadays.
It's anything. And like specifically in the female pop area, it's like I just think it's girls making really cool shit and they're being authentic, you know? It's like Sabrina Carpenter or Charlie XCX or Chappell Roan or like, you know, Lola Young, who's like new and up and coming, just like cool people who are really hyper authentic, being themselves.
Like unapologetically themselves.
Exactly.
All of them.
Which I've like tried to lean into, because sometimes it's easy to be like, I have to be perfect and all this, and I'm like, life's too short, you know?
Well, it's like what you said earlier, like sometimes it's like exhausting trying to be somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite song to perform from this
I
album?
was gonna say that. I've been dying to ask that.
Danielle, you ask it. Go ahead.
I would say, so I've only played 2 shows with a new set, but so far it is Velvet and Denim, but there is a song called Green Eyes that's like really cutesy and fun and kind of savage, so I'd say those.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's one unexpected song that like, obviously Velvet and Denim is, people are gonna expect that one, but like what's the unexpected song that you love on it?
I would say there's a song called Nightcrawler, and it's, if I could describe what it is like story wise, it's like the modern day Jolene a little bit. It's like also based on a true story. You're like going out and someone's trying to steal your man, you know, and it's just like a dance song about I call it like Nightcrawler. It's like about the girls who are just like lingering around, and you're like, fuck off, respectfully.
Okay,
no, not respectfully.
Is that on Velvet or Denim?
That's on Denim. Yeah,
that's an easy one. Like so let's moving forward now with this album. You're obviously going on tour now, like you're going to be doing a lot of exciting stuff. What are you most excited for? Is there a specific city maybe, or a specific? I
am very excited for, my parents actually flying in to play Dublin. I'm opening for Justin Timberlake, and it's in a castle And
Oh, wow.
it's really crazy because we've always wanted to do like a family Ireland trip, so the whole family's coming in, but then I also get to play for open for Justin Timberlake, so
That's sick.
it's really cool. Yeah.
Like, what would you tell little, I don't know,
Little
9-year-old?
Liv.
Yeah, you know, like I'm thinking you would have when
In
NSYNC
Winnipeg,
and Justin,
in your
like,
minus 25 winter.
Justified, you were like
gosh.
5 years old, 7 years old when Justified came out.
Yeah, that's
Or like Crazy Sexy Love Back, whatever the song
Yeah, I
album's
know
called.
that. I still knew
You
that
probably
song
had a
though.
poster in your bedroom or something.
Yeah, of course.
Did you actually?
No, not
Okay.
honestly. That was slightly before my time, but by the time I was like 14, 15, I was like, of course, Justin Timberlake.
So what would you tell to that kid?
Go little rock star. I'd be like, you're doing the thing. I also just loved music when I was that age. I remember going to like Hilary Duff. She was my first concert. And
Me too.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Such a random
I know, it's so
first
niche.
Yeah.
On her
Hannah
Canadian-
Montana?
or-
No, that
No,
was
No.
mine.
Yeah.
Whoa, Hilary Duff. Don't throw
Wasn't she on
shade.
like one of those shows
Lizzie
too?
McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire. That's it.
Yeah. But I just like remember going to that show when I was probably like 8 years old, and like looking at my dad being like, how do I do that? Like, how do I do that? I want to do that, you know? So I've always had it in me, and I would just say you're doing great, sweetie.
What was your aha moment? I don't know if I asked this last time. Like, what was the moment where you're like,
Every day I'm like, okay,
no, but like
what's
just
going on?
like at the beginning, like the first person other than like your mom and dad that were like, oh fuck, you can actually do this. Like, when did you know?
I think it was, I would say when I was on that TV show years ago, like the launch, and when I like won it, that was kind of crazy, and that like just gave me validation. Not that you can rely on validation in life, but I was just like, it gave me like a nice little, it's like, you're good, like keep doing the thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, validation doesn't mean much, but internally sometimes it does.
But it can also help you
Yeah.
push you in the right direction.
Yeah, you can't rely on it because then you're like, the ups and downs are like very volatile. Like you can't just rely on people liking you or not liking you. I mean, with social media, I'm sure you can relate to that too, right? It's like people love you or they hate you, and it's like you have to just like within yourself, you're good. You can't be like, oh, today they hate me, so I suck. You know? How do you deal with that?
I have a very,
Or do you
very-
only get love?
No,
Maybe.
I have,
Maybe I'm the problem.
No, I have one of my strongest skills in this world is that I could give two fucks when anybody thinks about me.
That's great.
Like
Unapologetic.
it's almost too bad at this point.
I got to
Where
take a note from that book.
yeah, like I'm so
care a lot.
unapologetically myself, and I'm like very selfish in that way where it's like
Mm-hmm.
I prioritize me and myself above anything and everyone.
Yeah.
And I believe when I'm the best version of myself, everyone around me will automatically benefit from it.
Yeah,
and I think they'll
absolutely.
benefit more from me being the best version of myself than by me not being the best version of myself and helping them first.
Right.
I think you have to prioritize one or the other. I don't think you can help everyone and be the best version of yourself at the exact same time. I think you only have so much to give.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
when
it compounds, right? Like
Yeah.
when you're your best you
you automatically give.
Exactly.
When your cup is full, you can't take any more. So my cup's full. Don't fill up mine. Fill up everybody else's while we're doing this. If my cup's not full, how the fuck am I filling up anybody else's?
Yeah.
Like I've said
If
this
you
way too many.
overflow yours, then it just naturally comes out.
And I've said this way too many times on the podcast, but I love saying it. It's like when you're on the airplane, the plane's going down. They always tell you put on your mask before you put on someone else's,
Yeah.
because you can't help others if you're not whole.
That's
If you're
true.
not, if you can't make your mask on, what good's it helping someone else?
Mm-hmm.
What's good helping the other person if you're gonna fucking die? Like,
Yeah.
So I always say that's my story. So whenever I get chirped online, like now I'm just like, I'm in it. I got one guy that's been commenting for like 2 months. You're 40, man. I'm like, thanks, Rick. I missed you yesterday. Come back tomorrow. See you there. Rick Bergeron.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Rick Bergeron.
We're naming
Some
names. Should I
burner
name
cat.
my ex? No, I'm kidding.
No, fuck that guy. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah, it's like you have to not think and not care what other people think. Because again,
Yeah.
imagine if you did. Imagine if you really cared and like put yourself back in Winnipeg right now. And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to shit on Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's great.
Like
shout out Winnipeg.
Tate McRae's getting shit on right now because like she said that Calgary doesn't feel like home. It's like, I mean this respectfully. If you're trying to live this pop star life and you're trying to chase your dream, Calgary might not feel like home anymore.
Yeah.
It might to certain people, but you're never gonna be a global pop star living in Winnipeg. Like if you don't leave there, you have to leave to chase your dreams, and everybody does it, and that's
It's a story as old as time, right? It's like you pack your bags and move to LA, or you move to like the big city,
Wherever,
whatever
yeah.
that is in your place, and it's just like,
Well, Justin Bieber wouldn't be Justin Bieber if he stayed in Stratford, Ontario.
yeah, it's just like the
It's
natural
just-
progression of life and like chasing your dreams and living, and you should get uncomfortable and do stuff that makes you question, your existence.
This is kind of random. What's one thing that you're really working on right now, like personally?
Oh, I'm working on observing my thoughts.
Okay.
So when I'm like, something happens, let's say, and it's like, will like trigger like a reactive response or something. It's like, okay, it comes in. It's like, let me like count to 5 and like think about it before instantly reacting to somebody. And it's like I'm trying to be more just aware of things and less reactive, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Danielle, what about you?
I'm just trying to get through the day right now.
Danielle's just trying to I'm just a girl.
Yeah, I'm
literally
just a girl.
That's fair though.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
I'm working on realizing that I don't need to have everybody love me. I'm okay with it. I'm okay losing friends. I'm okay having people not like me. Yeah. And I've always grown up that I've always wanted people to like me, and I've always wanted to be
people
popular.
Pleaser a little bit.
Yeah,
or okay.
And I think as I got older, I stopped being a people pleaser, but I always still wanted to leave strong, good, positive,
of course,
lasting impressions on people. But the older I got, I realized that some people don't deserve that. Some people don't deserve to see the best side of me.
Everything is access.
Yeah,
you don't get access to me. You
literally.
I've been working on that too.
Like, sometimes I'm like, you benefit from being around me right now, and I don't think you should. And I don't think you deserve this. So fuck you. Disrespectfully, fuck you.
Okay,
so that's
shade.
what I'm working on. Like, and I hate saying this. I'm working on cutting people out of my life. Just because I'm like, you bring me zero value. And I feel like I don't bring you value. You don't bring me out. Why are we in each other's lives? This doesn't benefit either one of us, but it takes up time and space and mental capacity. And I've been saying that word a lot lately too, mental capacity. But my mental capacity with everything that I'm doing in my life right now is so limited. I don't even want to waste 1% of my mental capacity.
I'm exactly in the same spot in my life, and beyond mental capacity.
See, I wish I figured this out at 26. So fuck, I'm 34 figuring this out now.
It's okay, better late than never. You're fine.
There's no better time than now, right?
I feel like beyond like mental capacity, it's like, or I guess it's like emotional, just everything capacity. And it's like the power of access, even in like relationships too. It's like, if you want to take me on a date now, it's like, maybe before I was like, okay, I'll just like go out with anyone or whatever, meet people. It's like, I'm busy. I have a really crazy schedule. I need my sleep. Like, life is insane. You have to like put in effort to get mutual effort back and then gain access to me. Cause it's like, I've worked really hard to like have this beautiful, sacred little me, so it's like
100%.
and then by doing that you attract people who've hopefully also like done that work, you know what I mean?
There was this girl I was like casually talking to, and she I was like, we were gonna do something one weekend, and she's like, oh, like maybe we'll see each other on like Sunday, and I was like, cool, like I'm around, let me know if you want to make plans. Like, I'm not busy, but I need to make plans or else I will make my own plans. She's like, no, I really want to see you. I'm like, okay, so do you want me to make the plans? Well, let's see. Well, then she went out like the Saturday night, got blackout drunk, like stayed out super late. And she's like, I'm not the best version of myself, so like I'd rather reschedule. I was like, no, I'm okay. Like, no, I'm good. If you really wanted to see me, then we would have made plans and you wouldn't have got blackout drunk and you would have showed up and been the best version of yourself.
Here's a funny thing, and this we can talk about it. It's like, not to bring up like specific gender roles, but it's interesting. You're like, if you wanted to see me, so in your perfect world, should she have made the plan? Are you saying
I wanted
that?
to see her. I said, I'm like, I'll make the plan.
Okay.
So she's like, okay, let's just see how like, let's see what happens when the weekend gets there. By the weekend gets there, like, I'm busy.
Like a little flaky. Yeah. It's like, where's the commitment? Like, lock it in the calendar, send me the calendar invite. Yeah.
I literally
the calendar invite. For me, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist.
She even messaged me like the other day. She's like, oh, next Friday I can't pot. I was like, it wasn't in the calendar. She's like, we talked about it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You were supposed to put it in your calendar that day. I had it in my calendar as a hold, so
she's locked in.
That's pissed me off. We're over that now.
If it's not in my calendar, I'm just like, it's not booked. And I'm the type, like, even I'll send the calendar invite for a date with the details. Like, hey, send you an Uber at 7. We're going here at 7:30.
God, I had this whole conversation with my best friend the other day, and this guy was just like a bit, in the ether with it. And it's like, okay, maybe tomorrow. I'm like, what is this maybe? Like, I need time to get ready? Am I driving? Are you picking me up? And I don't want to have to ask that. Can you just tell me that? Is that too much to ask for?
I literally made a TikTok. My TikTok was like, if you want to see me, like I'm booking 2 weeks out right now.
Yeah.
My schedule is busy for the next 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
If you want to see me,
In a non-percent-
I will make the plans.
yeah.
Just let me know what day you're available and I'll fucking take care of it.
Yeah.
I will plan out the 24, however long we're going to hang out for.
24 hours. Holy. Long first
maybe
dates
not,
over
maybe not.
here.
I'm a marathon first date guy. I love like
Whoa.
really
What
long
is,
first
wait,
date.
marathon? I'm like
Like,
2
if it-
hours. I got to go. I got
No,
plans.
it's not worth it for
If
him.
it's not like 8 hours, like respectfully, it's not working for me.
But here's my counter to that: quality, not quantity, right? You could sit with someone and talk. But what if it's 2 hours of like very intense, intellectual, beautiful conversation?
What if it's 8 hours of that?
Okay, true. Yeah.
For me, it's like for 2 hours, like I'm gonna drive downtown in rush hour to get ready, to shave.
But
to
are
put
you
on nice set of clothes.
pre-committing to the 24-hour date?
Not 24 hours, but like pre-committing to 8 hours. I've never had a first date
Okay, not
that
like
was
8.
like
You're
long.
just say like 6 sometimes.
8 hours. Holy.
Let's say like 7.
you don't
7 to 3 is 8 hours.
Are you a big dater? Are you like going on weekly dates?
No,
and,
not
like,
anymore,
Because it
but-
can be a bit of a.
Yeah,
not, I don't want to say
it's just too
sport, but
exhausting,
like
right?
people supposedly actually find luck. Like the more people you go on dates with, like
So I
from a
used to think
statistic
that, but now I'm too busy and I don't
I'm
have
not
the
a-
mental capacity.
I'm not
to
a
do it.
dater. I went on like I think one date in the past 11 months, and it was like 2 hours. It was not 8 hours.
But for me, I just think about this. What's my ideal night? What's your ideal night? Or whoever you're going on a date with. Let's have our ideal night. Because if it doesn't work out romantically, I still want to have a fun night. Like if someone's like, let's go for a 2-hour coffee. And I'm like, I don't fucking drink. Like I love a good
Like,
Starbucks.
I don't like coffee.
No, don't get me wrong. I love going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Great. But that's not my ideal night. So why would I want to?
What's your ideal night?
Fuck, you ready?
Good luck.
Okay.
We're gonna be here for a while.
So if I'm going on a first date with someone that I think is my fucking person, like I'm
Your
and again,
8-hour.
I'm not going on a date with someone who I
Holy,
don't
can there
think
be
is my
outfit
person.
changes? Like if someone took me an 8-hour date, I'm like,
But if I'm going on
He
a
doesn't
date,
get that either.
If I'm going on a date with someone that's like I believe is my person, because I'm not going on dates with people that aren't my person.
yeah,
I will. What's like
core values.
Yeah,
check.
someone that just aligns. Someone I'm really excited to go out with because I
Yeah.
don't have the time or the energy or the mental capacity to go out with someone just to have sex anymore. I've had too much sex in my life. I don't need it anymore.
Love
I'd rather
that for
just
you.
jerk off on my own, honestly, straight up. Sorry, mom. But yeah, I'd say, okay, I'll pick you up for 7 or send you an Uber for 7. We're going to go to a place for cocktails, or if we're going to a nice restaurant, then like we sit at the bar for an hour before dinner.
Yeah, get
Then
cozy.
dinner. So let's say pick up 7 to 8 is cocktails.
See,
8
with
o'clock-
pickup, I'm like in LA. I don't want to know where I live.
Yeah,
That's
so
how I
a
think.
lot of women have said no to pickups and stuff, which I get.
Yeah,
completely
okay.
Understandable. 8 to 10.
least you offer.
Yeah, 8 to 10 is dinner time. So
Yeah.
then you have good conversation, good drinks. Like it's also fun. Like I love seeing what like women like to eat too. Because someone's like, I'm the biggest eater. Like I love food, and they have like 2 bites. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
the biggest eater though? Whatever.
I
Anyways,
eat. My friend actually made fun of me on
yeah,
my first
fucking
date. He's
right.
like, "Holy shit!"
I love it.
I got like 2
eat on a first date.
pops.
I'm like, yo, it's fucking hot, man. Like, oh, great. We can order more. So, anyways, 8 to 10 is dinner. Then I want to go somewhere else after. I want to go to an activity or to something,
Okay.
whether it's karaoke.
Okay, I'm
maybe
like
so like
activity.
a Leaf game, a Raptor game, or a concert is like top notch.
Yeah.
Like
after 10 o'clock.
no. So if we're going to Leaf for a Raptor
Past
game,
your
we'll start
bedtime.
early.
Yeah.
We'll start at like 6, dinner, drinks, whatever. Leaf game 7 to 10. After that, I want to go somewhere to do something like mentally stimulating.
Yep.
So whether we're going to like our favorite watering hole, or maybe we're going to a cute cocktail bar, maybe we're like going for a walk around downtown, whatever, we're doing something. That's from like till maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then I love like late night food too, or like we go back, have more drinks somewhere else. Like just vibe changes throughout.
Yeah.
Because I also think it says something about a person. Because I've gone on dates, shorter dates, where the woman was nervous. And I feel that it's like
There's
this
like a war-
podcast. It's like the
Yeah.
podcast. I can't tell you how many podcasts we've had where the first 30 minutes is nowhere near as good as the second 30 minutes.
Of course, because you
And it
break the
happens-
ice. Of course.
Yeah, and break the ice. And what if I'm that person that sucks the first hour of the date, or maybe I'm nervous too. So vibe changes I think are important. So like I like at least 3 to 4 good location changes, vibe changes.
4. It's
And
4
I
days
like-
in one.
I like a good 6 to 8 hour date. Honestly, if it's not it's like 6 is like the shortest date my date can be.
It sounds more excessive when you say like 6 or 8
And like
hours.
Saturday nights are prime. Like
but hearing you
if some
break
girl's
it
like,
down,
I got a Tuesday available, I'm like, oh man, I'm that low right now on the the scale.
it's interesting though. To me, I'm like, I would almost value a Tuesday more than a Saturday.
Well, you're a creative.
Yeah, actually, I don't have days of the week a little bit. Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like,
every day
for
is
me, like
yeah.
Tuesday, I'm like, how much fun are we having on a Tuesday?
I get what you're saying.
And I also think
Yeah.
like now though you're really vetting the people, because I used to like I feel like counter you on this. Like if I'm going on a first date, you don't really know the person. I'm not gonna waste 6 hours of my night if I don't know if I'm actually gonna enjoy
You're
it.
Yeah, that's a big
So, like,
commitment.
there's
That's
it's a
time
big commitment.
But when people are like, oh, I want to get to know you, I'm like, lady, my whole
Lady.
life is on the internet. Just fucking Google any one of
First
them.
red flag, you
Lady.
call her lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, gotta
respectfully.
go. Sorry.
No, but it's
Cancel.
like I have this podcast. You can easily just watch a couple episodes. You can get the kind of vibe of who I am.
Yeah.
I have 25 vlogs. I post 10 times a day across
You're
platforms.
very accessible.
Yeah, like if you want to know
Yeah.
my vibe, if you want to know who I am, like it's pretty fucking straightforward. Like, okay,
No,
yeah,
I
it's
would
social media,
relate.
you
I
can't
would
judge it.
relate to that a little bit too, right? There's but it's interesting when that person doesn't have obviously that equal amount of content
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
stuff
But
online.
then text
too.
a little bit, FaceTime. How about an hour phone call?
Okay,
Yeah.
question for you. Would you rather people kind of like really like deep dive into you and your music before kind of going on a date with them?
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's a good question. I don't know if actually anyone's ever done that, which maybe I haven't been out with the right people. They're like, oh, you make music? I'm like, yeah. And like they'll listen to a song or something, but I don't know. It might be weird if like, oh, I listened to Velvet and Denim track 8. You talk about this. I'd be like, whoa, that's like a lot. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know, actually. I haven't.
I can see both
If I was a
perspectives.
singer and someone like was like, oh, I listened to your album, I loved it, like. the
Oh,
one
I would-
lyric
I
that
would
you wrote in
appreciate
this, I'd be
that.
like, oh my god, that's so fucking thoughtful.
Yeah, but I haven't had that experience.
All right,
with
so
someone.
any men trying to date her right now, there's your go-to.
Just do the
Listen
research.
to the album, find a good lyric, boom, you're in.
There's a difference between someone being obsessive and just like actually
Yeah, you
just
don't
showing
wanna
Yeah,
genuine
I think
interest.
acknowledgement is like it's beautiful. That'd be nice, you know. That'd be really nice. But these mans,
Oh, these women too, respectfully.
okay.
respectfully.
Respectfully, these mans.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, disrespectfully, these
Yeah,
mads.
yeah.
We are nearing the end, so I do want to ask. We kind of already answered it though,
Yeah.
but dream collab, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? I would say, John Lennon.
Oh wow, great!
Wow.
Or
I was not expecting that vibe though.
yeah, why don't we say a song with 3 people? John Lennon, Post Malone, and myself. A little bit of country twang, but also folky, maybe a little bit rock.
Wow, love it.
Drop the mic.
Done. Last one, you can go. Dream venue? You don't want to ask that?
What is your dream venue you'd like to perform at?
I would like to play my hometown arena, but then the O2 in
What's
London.
it called? The arena in Winnipeg?
The
Saddle Dome?
Canada Life Center.
Oh, Canada Life
It
Center.
used to be Bell MTS, so definitely that. But then the O2 in
That would be fucking sick. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
London, Madison Square Garden, any major arena in any major city. So give me 5 years, but it'll be fun in 5 years.
That's what you're manifesting. Well,
Yeah.
next time.
Actually, we've
when you're next on
documented
the
it
next
here
3
now.
years, then yeah, we've.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
We'll have you back on the podcast and we'll see what's gonna happen.
I love this. This is like written down in. We have it. We have it in
It's on
writing.
video.
It's on video.
We are manifesting.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to add? Never
Um,
asked that question. Actually, weird.
take care of yourself. Drink water. Be nice.
Drink your electrolytes. Be nice.
Take care of yourself. Treat yourself like a little puppy. Someone told me that once, and I've been doing that more, and I love it. So
Someone told me once that I love is treat yourself like you would treat the person you love most in this world.
wow. Okay, one up
That's a good
me.
one.
There we go.
That's a good one.
Beautiful.
All right, Olivia, appreciate you coming back on.
Thank you
This
for
is so
having me.
nice.
It's
It was
just
a lot
so
of
you guys are so
fun.
wonderful.
And
Thank
it's fucking
you.
cool how much cool shit you're doing right now.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Same.
No, appreciate
Same,
you.
honestly. Thank you so much.
If people want to find out more about you, your music, touring, where can they go? How can they find you?
At Olivia Lunny on all socials. Olivia Lunny, like funny, but Lunny.
I love that. And if you made it to the end of this, we appreciate you. Give Danielle a follow, give Olivia a follow, give myself a follow. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace.